Welcome to the Vineet Loya Show. The goal of this podcast is to share the knowledge and wisdom I accumulated from various sources, such as listening to amazing podcasts, or watching creative videos, TV shows, and movies, or reading insightful books, or having meaningful conversation with people in real life. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did while creating it. Hi, I hope that you're doing really well. You're having an amazing Wednesday. I know time is passing like this if you are staying busy. Otherwise, time could seem like dreadful because time is relative. It kind of make me think like most of the things are relative. The way you look at any situation is relative, and that changes your attitude towards that situation altogether. And there are different lenses which you can use to view the world. It won't change anything externally, in the sense the world will not be coming out of lockdown tomorrow, but you will see a change within you. You will feel sad, disappointed, unhappy. Whereas if you look at this current crisis as an opportunity, then regardless of the external factors, you will feel opportunistic. And one of the things which I've been pondering about for the past few days is gratitude. I am so grateful for all the things I have had in my life. And I'm grateful for all the things I have in my life. And I'm grateful for whatever will happen in my near future, or, throughout my entire life. And just by being grateful, I noticed the shift in my mindset altogether. Because I can look at past with resentment of all the opportunities I change anything at all, will it? But when I look at the same situations with a lens of gratitude, then I feel hopeful. All the past missed opportunities kind of teach a lesson to me that when similar opportunities arise again, then I should act on it. All the past mistakes kind of lay down the path to make better decisions in the future. And likewise, that would be really difficult for me to see if I'm not looking at those situations from gratitude. And I believe there are different ways to develop gratitude practice. For past 2 years or so, I've been writing my journal every single night, and towards the end of the journal, I write like 4 to 5 things I'm grateful about. And plenty of times I feel that gratitude. Plenty of times I just write it down like they don't mean anything. I mean, it's just in habit. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for you name it. And over the years, I observed that whenever I do feel grateful for the thing I write down, or when I feel grateful while writing it down, I feel positive, hopeful, and next day as well, that some of that positiveness carry over. And whenever I just write it down without meaning anything, next time when I ride my car or drive my car, I have a different feeling of being grateful. So it helps regardless. But more recently, I started practicing gratitude by diving into the emotions and actually feeling the gratitude. So I take a deep breath and then visualize what I'm grateful for and then write it down. And I feel that there are 4 different ways how you can create a gratitude practice. So first of all, generalizing the gratitude, I think there are 3 different categories you can be grateful for. You can be grateful for a being, as if a person or a pet or an animal or anything which is living, or even say non-existent, like a fictional character. If you resonate with Sherlock Holmes or Yoda or any other character which makes you feel grateful in some sense, in some visualizing reality, that they all exist. So you can be grateful for all of those beings. You can be grateful for the things in your life. You can be grateful for, your mobile phone, your laptop, or however you're listening or watching this. You can be grateful for the food you eat every single day. You can be grateful for, I don't know, the book, the pen, the paper, you name it, the car, whatever you have. There are infinite amount of things you're surrounded with to be grateful for. And then the third category is the circumstances, different situations in your life. So every circumstance you can learn something out of it. So you can be grateful for that lesson. Those could be a painful lesson, or it could be a pleasurable lesson, depending on the circumstances. So I feel that there are 3 categories you can be grateful for, and there are 4 different ways you could develop this gratitude practice. The first way would be to grateful for your past high school, who must have taught you some valuable lesson which have transformed or changed your life altogether. And you could be grateful for that past. You could be grateful for that, person, for that teacher. And likewise, you can be grateful for your first car. You can be grateful for your first whatever, which taught first business, which put you on this business empire you're running. So you can be grateful for that small store you started, which ended up being a giant empire you're running today. Or you can be grateful for the circumstances, the hard times you experienced in the past, which made you a better person, a wiser person altogether. So that's one way of being grateful. The second way of being grateful is being grateful in the present. And literally, you have infinite amount of things which you should be grateful right now. And when I say should, I mean it, because if you're watching this on a mobile phone or a laptop, then you should be feeling grateful for that technology to be able to connect you with me, or connect you with anyone in your... you could be grateful for the fresh air you're breathing right now. So there are so many things to be grateful for in the present moment itself. And the third way of being grateful is similar to being grateful in the present moment, but in an alternate reality. So imagine that whatever you currently have, like maybe a loved one, or maybe a thing, let's just say maybe a job. So let's just say if you have a job right now, but imagine an alternate version or alternate universe where you don't have that job. Then once you start feeling the loss of that job, then at some point, I hope that you become grateful for what you have. So don't stick with that feeling, but when you come back to this reality, when you do have the job, you will be grateful for that job itself. Likewise, imagine a world where you lost your best friend, and the pain which you feel in that moment. um, don't hold on to that pain, but observe that pain and come back to the reality. And when you realize that your friend is still here, and just a phone away, and you can call them and talk with them, then you will automatically feel grateful for your friend. So that's the third way of being grateful, of by visualizing an alternate reality where you don't have what you currently do have. And the fourth way of being grateful, it's I believe this one is super powerful as well, because in the fourth version you can literally visualize the the world where you have what you want. Let's just say you want to become a millionaire, right? So obviously you want to become, that means you are not a millionaire at this moment. But when you visualize it, you can actually experience, you can trick your brain to believe that you are a millionaire. And when you experience that moment, you can be great dollars. Maybe you will invest into more businesses to which will help people. Maybe you will donate it to people in need. Maybe you will use that money to I don't know, to travel the world and experience different cultures and interact with different people and become a more humble person, whatever that might be. But just by visualizing that you're a millionaire will automatically, and being grateful in that moment will automatically shift your mindset, your attitude, and you will become, or in some sense, your mind and body will believe that you already have $1 million. And then there are plenty of categories you can pick from to be grateful for in that moment. And I believe the practice of gratitude is one of the difficult practice, because when you're grateful and thankful for, say, situations, people, thing, you in turn are killing your ego. And the one thing which ego likes is to gain more power. It doesn't want you to kill it. And that's where, when you start practicing gratitude, you will see that you're becoming humbling, or you're acting from humility. And that's the perfect place to be, I believe, because a lot of people which I follow, who who are successful by my definition. Maybe they are not the richest person in the world, which I don't care. Uh, they are successful by my measure. So when I follow those people, I notice that they're humble, and that humility is gained by being grateful for what they currently have, and also being grateful for all of their past experiences, and of course putting the work. Because I believe, like, once you start being grateful as well, you automatically have this hope and faith that things will be better in the future as well. And with that motivation, you would be able to put in more work. So if anything, the practice of gratitude is helping you to reach your goal, to kind of help you to become a better person, more emotionally stable person, and also look at things from a positive framework or positive lens. So you're not whining over all the crises and all the negative circumstances in your life. Instead, you are grateful for everything which it is helping you to become.
Thanks for listening. I hope you find our one-sided conversation valuable. Kindly share it with people in your life. I would love to hear back from you. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Vineet Loya. Also check out my website vineetloya.com. Enjoy rest of your day and stay peaceful.